As you may know, there aren't many people in the world whose jobs I envy, but my guest here at the New York World's Fair is an exception. She's Lillian Jaffe of Sears, and she has a job I'd love to have. She buys furs. Right, Lillian?
Yes, I do, Fran.
Lillian Jaffe is the fur buyer for Sears Roebuck and Company, and as such, she buys more furs each year than anyone in the USA and maybe even in the world. Now tell me, Lillian, why is it that every woman has to have a mink?
Men feel that their wives should own a mink because it means that they have arrived. Women like to own a mink because it's very flattering. The colors are luxurious, and the fur itself is so soft and luxurious looking.
Well, do you think every woman should have a mink?
Yes, I do. I think that there's a color, size, and price for every woman. We have two models. Marcia is wearing a pastel mink suit stole, short front, with a cowl neck, which is so flattering to most women.
And Judy is wearing...
Judy is wearing an azurine cape stole with a different shaped cowl neck, a very luxurious stole for a glamorous woman.
Well, each one is just beautiful. You have our mouths fairly watering, Lillian. Why don't you tell us just how one should go about shopping for a mink?
Know your store. You must buy a fur, which is actually a blind article from a store that you have confidence in. As far as the fur is concerned, the density of the fur and the clearness of color and the workmanship is a very important factor.
Well, how do you choose style, Lillian? Because fashion cycles do change.
They don't seem to turn or change as fast as they do in other fashions. A woman might buy a stole 1 year, and 10 years later, it's still in fashion, and she loves it equally as much.
Well, what about colors? How should one select colors?
Skin tone is a very important thing. A woman must try colors on to get the one that brings this wonderful glow to her skin and a brightness in her eyes. We have some models with the different colors that there are in minks. Marcia is wearing a ranch mink coat, full-length coat, which is very glamorous. And Judy is wearing a tourmaline stolero, which doubles for a little bolero and a stole.
Mm-hmm.
It can be worn for many occasions over almost everything. Marcia now is wearing a pastel 32-inch coat, which is the trend this year. Has a little shawl collar, and the back is shirred with turn-back cuff. And Judy is wearing a cerulean bolero with a new neckline. These furs can be seen are the most glamorous, I think, that we have in our stores.
Well, they truly are beautiful. Another thing I've wondered about, Lillian, are furs ever out of season? It's perfectly all right to wear furs, say, in the heart of summer?
Actually, a stole can be worn 12 months out of the year. During the summer, with air conditioning, women feel they should have something over their shoulders when they walk into an air-conditioned room. And during the winter, the automobiles are heated, so therefore it's a wonderful investment.
What is your opinion about a young girl wearing furs?
Teenagers should never wear minks. We have two models with foxes which are ideal for teenagers. Marcia's wearing a shrug with a very interesting back treatment, whereas Judy is wearing a cape which is for the more sophisticated young girl. Only women of voting age should think mink.
You said before that a fine fur was really an investment. How do you protect that investment? How should one take care of furs?
Cleaning a fur once a year is a must. Rain does not hurt a fur. All you do is shake it, hang it up Allow it to dry before putting it away. Never put a fur near heat. It dries the skins. Never crush a fur in your closet because furs must breathe. Never put a fur in a bag.
Well, this has been most interesting, Lillian, and we thank you for coming and for showing us some of these beautiful, beautiful fashions.
Thank you, Fran. If any of your viewers are interested in knowing more about furs, we would be glad to pass them on.
Thank you very much. Our guest has been Lillian Jaffe, the fur buyer for Sears Roebuck and Company. And if you wish further information from Lillian about furs, drop a postcard to Fur, that's F-U-R, your information, Post Office Box 449, New York 23, New York. Goodbye.